Welcome to this explainer. Listen, the Cambridge Mathematics exam paper, whether you're facing down the core 0580, pushing through 0606 or 4037, or navigating the O-level 4024 and 4040, can absolutely feel like a desolate, unforgiving wasteland. I'm talking tricky questions, hidden traps everywhere, and a clock that just will not stop ticking. But today we are charting a clear strategic path through that wasteland to help you claim your A-star grade treasure. We're building a complete visual toolkit to totally demystify angle properties. Now picture this dynamic right now. The clock is counting down. On one side, we've got a student, let's call Alex. Now, Alex overloads their exam paper with raw mathematical facts, just dumping everything they know, but with zero actual analysis. On the other side, we have Sam. Sam rushes, panics, and completely misses the command word requirements. What's the result? Both of their answers are just covered in the examiner's red pen. Well, today, we're going to transform those red marks into green check marks. Let's dive in.
Here is our roadmap for survival today. Number 1, lines and points. Number 2, navigating parallel lines. Number 3, triangle angle properties. Number 4, quadrilaterals and polygons. And finally, number 5, the angle master key. We are going to follow a logical builder's progression here, leveling up at each stage. All right, section 1, lines and points, the foundations of geometry. This is where we master the absolute basics before trying to decode the big boss level puzzles. Honestly, this is also where students like Alex and Sam usually make their first fatal errors, either by completely overthinking it or just getting way too cocky. Okay, the foundational rules here are beautifully, elegantly simple. Angles on a straight line always sum to 180 degrees, angles around a single point sum to a full 360 degrees, and vertically opposite angles at an intersection are always perfectly equal. But here is the trap. When Alex sees an intersection, Alex writes down literally every single fact they know about angles, wasting precious minutes and completely failing to actually answer the specific question asked. Sam, on the other hand, Sam just writes something like A equals C, because, well, it looks right, entirely ignoring the command words in the prompt. Listen to me, you cannot afford to be an Alex or a Sam out there in the exam wasteland. You have to be strategic.
So here is the absolute crucial point you need to take away. Cambridge examiners do not just want the magic number, they need you to explicitly state the angle fact that you used to get there. This is where we introduce the first phase of our mathematics success blueprint, which is command word decoding paired with a PEEL framework: point, evidence, explanation, link. If the question specifically says calculate and give a reason, Sam's bad habit of just writing 104 degrees gets absolutely 0 reasoning marks. None. You must state the sum of the angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. Do not just calculate it, justify it. This is your armor. Now, before we continue, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon right now.
Moving on to section 2, navigating parallel lines, the letter mnemonics. Building on those solid foundations, we are now introducing parallel lines, which actually come with their own set of brilliant visual cheat codes.
The first major key term we hit here is alternate angles, and this perfectly sets us up to apply that PEEL framework we just talked about. When dealing with parallel lines, the top-tier students structure their geometry proofs so logically. You make your point by identifying the angle, provide your calculation as evidence, clearly state that it is an alternate angle as your explanation, and link it directly back to the specific parallel lines in the diagram. Let's look at the absolute best visual shortcut for doing exactly this. This visual right here is a total game changer. The Z shape for alternate angles and the F shape for corresponding angles make these incredibly easy to spot instantly on your exam paper. Tucked tightly inside the corners of that Z shape, those alternate angles are equal. Tucked under the arms of the F shape, those corresponding angles are equal. I want to start a 30-second visual timer right now. In your mind, picture a past paper you've struggled with. Can you spot which answer follows a logical structure using these shapes? Because Alex writes a rambling paragraph about transversals. Sam just scribbles Z shape and hopes for the best. What the examiner actually wants to see is angle A equals angle B because alternate angles are equal. Boom. That is your perfect mark-winning strike. Now, sometimes called allied angles, co-interior angles behave a little differently, and this is super important. They add up to 180 degrees, rather than being equal to each other. This right here is a massive stumbling block. Students see parallel lines and immediately assume all the marked angles are exactly the same. No way! This is where your analysis must be razor sharp. You need to extract the core trend from the geometry they present to you. Just look for the C shape.
That C instantly reminds you that these two enclosed angles must be supplementary. They complete each other to make a flat 180. So if you have an angle of 42 degrees tucked inside the top of the C, the corresponding co-interior angle at the bottom isn't 42, it's 180 minus 42, which gives you 138 degrees. Keep this C shape securely locked in your visual memory alongside the Z and the F. They are literally your ultimate navigation tools for parallel lines.
Okay, Section 3, Triangle Angle Properties, the basic shapes. Now, stop scrolling. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Ace the Exams at acetheexams_IGCS to excel in your Cambridge examinations. We've helped thousands of students improve by 2-3 grade boundaries. Join them right now by subscribing to acetheexams_IGCS and turn on all notifications so you never miss our weekly exam strategy sessions. All right, let's dive fully into the two-dimensional realm by connecting 3 straight lines together. 180. The angles in any flat triangle will always, without fail, add up to exactly 180 degrees. I know it sounds incredibly basic, but listen, this number is the skeleton key to unlocking massive, complex, multi-stage 50-80 questions. Every shape can be broken down into triangles. You have got to instantly recognize the difference between an isosceles triangle and an equilateral triangle, because those little equal side markers, they tell you exactly which angles match. Those little dash marks on the lines are literally the examiner whispering the answer to you. Sam often ignores these dashes and just guesses the angles based on how they look. Don't do that. If you see 2 dashes, you have an isosceles triangle, meaning the 2 angles at the base are identical. If you see 3 dashes, you don't even need to touch your calculator. You know for a fact every single angle is exactly 60 degrees. Identifying this immediately saves you vital time.
Now pay close attention to the exterior angle rule here. The exterior angle of a triangle is always equal to the sum of the 2 opposite interior angles. For example, if you have an exterior angle of 111 degrees, it is the exact sum of the 63 and 48 degree angles inside the opposite side of the triangle. Let's put a 60-second timer on the clock for your first mental rewrite attempt of this explainer. If you are Alex, who previously wasted time calculating the missing interior angle first by doing 180 minus 111, and then doing 180 minus that result to finally find the exterior, rewrite your process right now. Use the exterior angle shortcut. It literally cuts your working time in half.
Section 4, Quadrilaterals and Polygons, the boss level. Let's step up to the really complex, high-mark geometry puzzles that separate the standard grades from the A-stars. Because any quadrilateral can be split neatly down the middle into 2 triangles, their interior angles will always sum to exactly 360 degrees. No matter how squished or distorted the shape looks, that rule holds firm. Time for our data scan challenge. You have 60 seconds. Imagine a quadrilateral with 126 degrees, 74 degrees, and a right angle marker. Extract the chord trend and find X. Your brain should instantly register that right angle square symbol as 90 degrees, sum the 3 knowns, and subtract the whole lot from 360. Fast, efficient, ruthless execution. Furthermore, the sum of the exterior angles of any convex polygon, no matter how many sides it has, is exactly 360 degrees. Whether it's a pentagon, a hexagon, or a crazy 20-sided shape, if you walk around the outside of the perimeter, you turn a total of 1 full circle. This single number is the absolute most powerful weapon you have for reverse engineering a question to find out exactly how many sides a regular polygon has. So, when you are faced with a daunting 6-sided shape with missing angles, what is the logical progression to solve it? This brings us to Challenge 2, Find the Flaw. I want you to imagine Sam confidently wrote this paragraph in the exam. I see a hexagon, so I know all the interior angles add up to 360. I will add up all the numbers I see and subtract from 360 to find X. Can you identify the sentence losing all the marks? I'll give you a hint. Sam totally confused the exterior angle sum with the interior angle sum. Let's reveal the correct examiner commentary and process next. This perfectly illustrates the correct step-by-step process. Look at how the problem is broken down. The interior and exterior angles at each vertex always form a straight 180-degree line. So first, you find the missing interior angle using the provided exterior angle. Say the exterior is 68 degrees. Interior plus exterior equals 180, so the interior must be 112. Top students don't panic here. They don't write down random facts like Alex. They methodically use the 180-degree straight line rule to bring all the data inside the hexagon first. So the absolutely crucial point is to follow this specific three-step checklist. Use the 180 times n-2 formula to find the total interior sum up what you already know, and subtract that to find your missing piece. For a hexagon, n is 6, so 180 times 4 is 720 degrees total interior sum. Time for challenge 3, speed writing. We have a 30-second timer counting down right now. Mentally draft one perfect peel paragraph explaining how to find the missing angle using this formula. State your point, provide your calculation evidence, explain the n-2 formula, and link it to the final answer. Master this formula, and your mark potential shoots straight to 100%.
And finally, Section 5, the Angle Master Key. We have built our toolkit from simple points all the way to massive n-sided polygons. So let's synthesize this into the ultimate angle mastery system. This final cheat sheet literally holds every single rule you need to decode any geometry problem Cambridge can throw at you. This represents our complete answering system. To guarantee those top marks, you apply our 3 core rules. First, command word decoding, knowing exactly what calculate versus show that actually means. Second, peel framework application, building your geometry proofs logically step by step. And third, our time management matrix, using visual shortcuts like shapes to shave minutes off your solving time. By anchoring these specific formulas and letter mnemonics deep in your memory, you transform overwhelming, terrifying shapes into simple, predictable arithmetic. Point, line, triangle, quad. Z, F, C. The n-2 polygon formula. That is your entire angle arsenal. Now listen, students who implement these exact mathematics strategies see an average improvement of 2 full grade boundaries, but that only happens if they practice consistently with our weekly explainer videos. Understanding the why behind these angles gives you the ultimate confidence to navigate any exam wasteland. You are no longer Alex, frantically overloading the page with useless data. You are no longer Sam, rushing and losing easy marks for missing explanations. You are a strategic, highly focused learner who decodes the shapes, applies the exact geometric fact required, and confidently claims every single mark available. Here's your final reminder. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Subscribe right now to @acetheexams_IGCSE and click that bell. Don't let another exam pass you by. So now that you possess the angle master key, which of the Z, F, or C letter mnemonics will you apply first to completely dismantle your next Cambridge past paper? Drop a comment below with your target grade for mathematics and the biggest challenge you're facing right now. Our team responds to every single comment. Like and share this explainer with a study partner. Ace the Exams, your Cambridge success starts here.